I think the situation is that these governments don't want to face the realities of the debt situation. We've got to take the pain, as Jim has just said, and they're not willing to do so. And when you have populist governments printing money, you are going to have huge inflation. The good news for us in emerging markets is that most of these emerging markets have lots of foreign exchange reserves, and they have low debt to GDP ratios, which is why you've seen these currencies in emerging markets get so strong. And of course, as Jim has mentioned, it's not new. This situation has been taking place for the last few years with these currencies getting stronger because people have seen the handwriting on the wall. So we're sitting tight and waiting for those bargains to come our way.
Yeah, and with that in mind, we've seen, he's talking about foreign exchange appreciation in emerging markets in Asia. Does this accelerate now with what we're seeing?
I think a lot of it is already in the market, and there will be some further acceleration, of course, but I think a lot of it has already been done, and we've seen these currencies like the Brazilian real get stronger by over 50% against the U.S. dollar. And the credit default swaps tell the story as well, because you can see the emerging market CDSs are almost equal to the U.S., which was considered a safe haven. You see, the problem is that during the subprime, the U.S. dollar and U.S. Treasuries were seen as the anchor. In other words, whenever there was trouble, people will rush to those two items, U.S. dollars and U.S. Treasuries. Now, the anchor is gone. The ship has been cut off from that anchor, and people are just panicking. They just don't know where to turn. Eventually, they'll come to their senses, but right now, it's a panic where anything can happen.
Mark Mobius, of course, Timothy Geithner, the U.S. Treasury Secretary, saying that this changes nothing. Is he right?
He's right in the sense that it changes nothing in terms of the U.S. debt and the piling debt that continues to take place and the unreality in Congress. But that's for certain.
Mark Mobius, thanks very much indeed for joining us on the line there from Tokyo, just from Templeton Emerging Markets.